British Airways has said it is aiming to operate a near-normal schedule at Gatwick and the majority of services from Heathrow on Sunday after a global IT crash crippled the airline. Thousands of passengers were left stranded after scores of planes were grounded by the major systems failure believed to have been caused by a power supply issue. The airline said its engineers were continuing to work hard to restore its services and it hoped most UK flights would resume on Sunday. However, experts predict the disruption could continue for several days and BA is facing huge compensation costs after all its flights from Gatwick and Heathrow were cancelled on Saturday, as IT teams tried to fix the system. There were chaotic scenes at the Gatwick and Heathrow as people tried to make their way overseas for the long weekend and half-term school holiday. All of BA's check-in and operational systems were affected by the issue, including the airline's customer service phone lines and rebooking function. The incident had a knock-on effect on BA's operations around the world. BA Chief Executive Alex Cruz said the airline was extremely sorry for the huge inconvenience suffered by customers, especially families heading on half-term holidays. Travelers were told to check the airline's website and Twitter account for updates before setting off for the airport. The glitch was believed to have been caused by a power supply issue, the airline said, and there was no evidence of a cyber attack. BA initially cancelled all flights before 6 p.m. on Saturday but later announced that planes would be grounded for the rest of the day and warned passengers not to go to the airports. Air industry consultant John Strickland said the disruption could run into several days and added, "There's a massive knock-on effect. Customers and from the airline's point of view, manpower. Dealing with a backlog of aircraft out of position. Parking spaces for the aircraft, it's a challenge and a choreographic nightmare." Several travelers at Heathrow said they were not told their flights were cancelled until more than an hour after the airline put out a press statement announcing the decision. Student Emily Wilson said, "We were told it would be about 3 hours for collecting bags. That all compensation will have to be done online. And that we are unable to rebook flights now because of the system being down." At Gatwick, frustrated passengers could be seen surrounding BA staff at the check-in as they handed out letters that apologized for the cancellations and gave details about how to claim for hotels, local transport and refreshments. Teacher Gemma Richardson, 30, who is 24 weeks pregnant, said it was chaos when she and her husband arrived at the airport with their 2-year-old daughter. "It seems that because it is a bank holiday weekend there is no spare flights. We are on standby but it is very unlikely we are going anywhere," she said. Customers who saw their flights cancelled were being refunded or rebooked onto new services, and other options were available for those who no longer want to fly. A BA spokesman said, "We are continuing to work hard to restore all of our IT systems and are aiming to operating a near-normal schedule at Gatwick and the majority of services from Heathrow on Sunday. We are extremely sorry for the huge disruption caused to customers throughout Saturday and understand how frustrating their experiences will have been. We are refunding our rebooking customers who suffered cancellations onto new services as quickly as possible and have also introduced more flexible rebooking policies for anyone due to travel on Sunday and Monday who no longer wishes to fly to, from Heathrow or Gatwick. We would advise customers traveling across the bank holiday weekend to continue checking the status of their flight on our website before coming to the airport." BA had issues with its online check-in systems in September and July last year, causing severe delays for passengers. Passengers have some rights under EU law to claim compensation for delayed or cancelled flights for services that departed within the EU or were operated by a European airline. Delays of more than 3 hours for short-haul flights, up to 1,500 kilometers or 930 miles, attract compensation of €250 £218, while the figure is €400 for medium-haul trips, 1,500 kilometers to 3,500 kilometers. For long-haul flights, more than 3,500 kilometers, delays of between 3 and 4 hours have compensation set at €300. For delays of longer than 4 hours, the figure is €600. Airlines are required to give passengers food and drinks for delays of more than 2 hours, as well as hotel accommodation for overnight delays and transfers.